Hey, Can't Hurt Me by David Goggins is one of the most intense books ever written. Goggins went from weighing 297 pounds, living with his parents, and feeling completely defeated to becoming a Navy SEAL, ultramarathoner, and one of the most disciplined humans alive. But here's what matters for you. The principles in this book aren't just for elite athletes. They apply to anyone willing to push themselves. Today, I'm breaking down 7 core ideas that will help you overcome your limits. David Goggins opens with one of his most important concepts, the governor. Your brain has a built-in limiter. It's trying to protect you. But in the modern world, this protection is limiting your potential. When you're running and your legs feel tired, your brain sends a signal. Stop, this is dangerous. You're going to hurt yourself. But here's what Goggins discovered. That signal comes way before your actual physical limit. He calls this the 40% rule. When your mind is telling you to quit, you're only at 40% of your actual capacity. You have 60% left in the tank. He didn't discover this in theory, he learned it in Hell Week, the most brutal week of Navy SEAL training, designed specifically to break people. Hell Week is 7 days of almost no sleep, extreme cold, constant physical punishment. By day 4, most candidates quit. Their minds can't handle it anymore. But Goggins discovered something profound. The pain and discomfort aren't proportional to actual danger. His mind was trying to save him from something that wouldn't kill him, so he kept going. And when he could have quit, his mind screaming to stop, he kept going. And he found that he could go further than he thought possible. The insight: your governor is too conservative. You're more capable than you think. Most people live their entire lives operating at 40% because they listen to their mind's quit signal. Goggins removed that governor, and it changed everything. Here's what separates Goggins from most people. He doesn't avoid discomfort, he runs toward it. While most of us are trying to optimize for comfort, Goggins is doing the opposite. Cold showers, 4 a.m. workouts, 100-mile ultramarathons, ice baths, calorie-restricted diets. He actively seeks discomfort. Not because he enjoys it, but because he understands something fundamental. Comfort is the enemy of growth. When you're comfortable, you don't grow. Your nervous system is calm, your brain is satisfied, and you stagnate. But when you're uncomfortable, when you're cold, tired, scared, or in pain, you're forced to adapt. Your body gets stronger, your mind gets tougher. The wider your comfort zone, the more mediocre you become. The smaller your comfort zone, meaning you can endure more discomfort, the more exceptional you become. This is counterintuitive. We think success means getting comfortable, a good job, a nice house, comfort. But Goggins shows the opposite. The people who dominate their field are the ones who voluntarily embrace discomfort. The lesson? Stop trying to make everything comfortable. Instead, expand your ability to handle discomfort. Small discomfort now prevents big regret later. Goggins introduces a tool that changed his life: the accountability mirror. It's simple. Stand in front of a mirror and write down every honest thing about yourself you're ashamed of. Every lie you tell yourself, every excuse, every weakness. Then read it every single day. The goal is to see yourself without the bullshit. Most people spend their lives creating elaborate narratives about why they're not where they want to be. The economy sucks, I didn't have good parents, I'm too old, I don't have time. These might be true, but they're also excuses if they prevent you from taking action. Goggins did this when he was 297 pounds. He wrote down the truth. I'm lazy, I make excuses, I don't push myself, I don't want it bad enough. That's not mean, that's honest. Once you acknowledge the truth without judgment or blame, you can change. But as long as you're hiding from reality, telling yourself stories about why you're stuck, you can't change. The insight: you can't fix what you won't acknowledge. Goggins uses the metaphor of callousing. When you work with your hands, your skin hardens. Calluses develop. They protect you from blistering. The same happens to your mind. Goggins calloused his mind through repeatedly doing difficult things, pushing through pain, running races, failing, getting rejected, pushing his body past comfortable limits. Each time he did something hard, his mental calluses grew thicker. The next hard thing wasn't as hard. This is why he says, if you never do anything difficult, your mind stays soft. And soft minds break easily. One setback and they quit. One failure and they give up. One difficult day and they're done. But if you continuously do difficult things, even small ones, your mind hardens. Setbacks roll off. Failure becomes information. Difficulty becomes normal. The question for you, what are you doing to callous your mind? What difficult thing are you making yourself do that's hard? This might be Goggins' most intense concept, taking souls. When Goggins runs a race, he has a specific psychological strategy. He doesn't just try to win. He tries to completely dominate his competitors mentally. He runs harder. He passes them visibly. He makes them see him. And most importantly, he makes them know that they've lost before the race is over. He calls this taking their soul. What he's actually doing is establishing dominance. He's showing such preparation, such commitment, such relentless will that competitors know they can't win. Most competitors quit mentally before they quit physically. In life, the same principle applies. When you show up completely prepared, when you outwork everyone, when you maintain a standard that no one else is willing to maintain, you change the game. People feel it, they see it, and they know they can't beat you because you're willing to do what they're not. The insight: don't compete to win, compete to dominate. Goggins talks about building your armory, a mental toolkit for when things get hard. This includes proof. You know what you're capable of because you've done hard things. Knowledge. You've studied. You understand. Past victories. You've overcome challenges before. Your why. You have a compelling reason to push through. Visualization. You've seen yourself succeeding. When things get difficult, and they will, you reach into your armory, you remind yourself of past victories, you visualize success, you remember why you started. This is why Goggins trains obsessively even when he's not racing. He's building proof. He knows what he's capable of, so when race day comes, doubt is minimal. You can't build confidence on race day, you build it through months of preparation. You can't develop problem-solving skills during the emergency, you develop them beforehand. The lesson: your armory is built in advance, not during the crisis. Finally, Goggins shares his training philosophy, and it's not what most people expect. He doesn't do anything revolutionary, no secret exercises, no magic techniques, no special diet that works better than everyone else's. He just does the basics with obsessive consistency. 4 a.m. workouts, careful nutrition, constant testing, honest assessment, small improvements every single day. Most people know what to do, they just don't do it consistently. Goggins does it. That's the difference. He says the secret isn't secret, it's just consistency. Everyone knows you should exercise, everyone knows you should eat well, everyone knows you should sleep enough. But very few people actually do these things consistently. Goggins is extreme about it because he wants to be exceptional. But the principle applies to anything. Consistency beats talent. A person of moderate talent who trains consistently will outperform a naturally gifted person who trains inconsistently every time. Those are the 7 core ideas from Can't Hurt Me: the governor, embracing discomfort, the accountability mirror, callousing your mind, taking souls, building your armory, and the power of relentless consistency. This book will challenge you. It might make you uncomfortable. That's kind of the point. But if you apply these ideas, you'll discover that you're capable of way more than you think. What's one uncomfortable thing you're going to do this week because of this book? Let me know in the comments. Like and subscribe for more book summaries. Thanks for watching.